guys, this is the hike to Mount Baldy via the Bear Canyon Trail, also known as the Old Baldy Trail. It's way less busy than the main route up to Baldy, which is Manker Flats to Baldy Notch to Devil's Backbone. If you want to do that hike, that's the perfect beginner's hike for Baldy. Go to HikingGuy.com, I have all the directions and info for that. But if you want to try Baldy maybe a second time, or you just aren't into the crowds, this is the way to go. It's a little bit longer, it's a little bit steeper. It's definitely a tough trail, so you definitely need a level of fitness to do it. But it is fun, and you will have most of the trail yourself. And you can see the views are pretty awesome. You can see out here and over there to the other peaks. So anyway, go to HikingGuy.com for all of the details for the hike. So I have parking directions, all that jazz there. And otherwise, watch the video and I'll show you how to do it. So have fun.
So one of the trickiest things about this hike is parking. If you go to HikingGuy.com, I have all the infos on parking, but only park in the ranger station, and then walk from the ranger station down to Bear Canyon Road, which is here. You're going to walk up Bear Canyon Road for a while. It's paved for a few minutes, but not too long. And then eventually it will turn into a dirt track and more of a trail. Shortly after it turns into a trail, you'll see a sign here for Bear Flats and Mount Baldy. At the sign, you're going to make the right and start heading uphill. Start your long journey uphill from here. This section is a series of switchbacks. It's covered for a while. You'll see it goes up. Eventually you come out, you get some nice views of Baldy Village, but just keep heading up here. There's another little sign. There's some old side trails here, but just make the right, follow the sign, and keep heading up. Eventually you come out, you get some nice views of Baldy Village down below, and you start to see the mountains surrounding you. It's really a pretty beautiful hike. You get a lot of views of all the peaks in Baldy, so Ontario Peak, the 3 Ts. After climbing for a bit, the trail sort of levels off and you go through this little wooded area. Enjoy the shade while you have it. Eventually you come out at Bear Flats. Now Bear Flats, you're going to make the left-hand turn. And the trail's a little small here, a little overgrown when I did it. But just follow this through and then start heading up again. And this starts the stretch that's probably the hardest of the hike. From miles 1 to 4, you have gradients of up to about 18%, which is steep. Eventually you climb above the clouds. You're going to get nice views here. There's some damage of the fire in 2008. But just keep on heading up, pace yourself. It's tough. I won't mince my words. It's tough, so just enjoy it and take your time. The trail's easy to follow. There's no side trails or anything. It might split apart a few times. People cut off the switchbacks. Just take the trail that's more well-trodden. You can see the 3 Ts in the distance. It's really pretty scenic coming up here. Eventually you're going to come up through this boulder field. It gets very, very steep. And you're going to wind your way up and then come up above the ridge. And the trees sort of disappear and you are on the ridge line. The views here are pretty incredible. You'll be all of a sudden looking 3,000 feet down into the canyon. And from here on out, you're in some spectacular scenery. After this little stretch, this last little steep stretch, the trees will start to thin out and you'll be above the tree line. And you're going to cross a section called the Narrows, which is a sheer drop on either side. It's a little intimidating, but it's really beautiful. Just take your time and, watch your footing, obviously. Probably a hike best left to the experts in the winter. I don't think I would do it in bad conditions. But in the summer and nice conditions, it's perfectly fine. The Narrows is sort of like a Devil's Backbone area without the crowds, basically. You'll also be able to see Baldy in the distance as you come up through the Narrows as well. After the Narrows, there's a section that goes downhill for a little bit. And it's a little sheltered, so you can sit in the shade if you need to cool down. But enjoy it because you're going to start going up once again. And you're going to head up towards Baldy. Baldy be in the distance at this point. Just make your way up. The trail's not as steep as the very beginning, but head up towards Baldy. This is also probably the last section of trail that you'll have relatively empty. Once you get up to Baldy, the crowds are there again. Now, if you want to make a little side trip, over to the left is West Baldy, so you can hike up there and then continue on to Baldy, whatever you'd like to do. Anyway, once you reach Baldy, you'll start to see the tons of people up there taking pictures, so go to the plaque, get your selfies, enjoy the view, fuel up, and then head back down the way you came. Now, if you want all of the details for the hike, including parking and distances and elevations, just go to HikingGuy.com, and I have all that information on a blog post as well. So there it is. Have fun.